Hello, Fear the Meerkat here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play Legend of Zelda Oracle Seasons. Hopefully going to be a decent size, decent length episode, this one. So yeah, as you can see, we need to go up, we need to go down into that room from above. But the good thing is, when you leave this room, that thing stays where it is, so the ball doesn't move, and those balls don't move generally. So that's a weird sentence. It's not meant to be any kind of innuendo. Those balls don't move generally when you leave the room. I'm having to re-record this because my old microphone broke completely. You may have noticed me discussing having problems with it in the past where it just didn't record. And so I'm using a new microphone, and because of that I already have some idea of what I'm doing in the game, but also I'm going to have to maybe mess around with the levels, the sound levels a bit over the next couple of episodes. So if the sound level isn't perfect, I apologise, but hopefully this is a decent microphone that will produce good sound levels. And now we need to go into a room that we haven't been into before. Something you can do in this room, this is quite cool, if you feel like it, let's force those into there. Hard to force both of them in though, so also try not to fall in yourself. So, something cool that you can do with this that I didn't know about before is this. And as long as that thing's not in your way, then you won't get hurt. I've been having to wait a couple of days to get a new microphone, and I am actually really looking forward to recording this Let's Play with a brand new microphone that hopefully works well, and this is going to be good, I think. Oh, that's one way to do it. But there's somewhere we need to go for now, and I suppose I'm going to skip ahead in a minute. But for the moment, assuming I can remember my way back, anyway. For the moment, I'm going to talk because I have a couple of things I want to say. About this level, which is so far this is my favourite level in the game. I'm sure I'll find the music repetitive eventually, but at the moment I like this music, and more than that, I quite like the puzzles as well. I like the fact that this is easier, I have to admit. And I like the Gravitron thing, glove. I think it's a cool item. I think we're probably only gonna use it in this dungeon, but still, it's a cool item, and I'm glad that's the item I've got. Like this. This puzzle is just... it's not too hard, but it is quite cool. It is quite interesting. I admit, the difficulty level does help as well. Having this be a rather easy one does improve my opinion of it. And here we are in a new room. So I'll show you where I've gone. I'm sure you'll remember the underground section, so you just need to go up the blocks and get here. And I'll show you on the map as well. So you need to go to the top. Basically the blue area that's closest to the skull there. Thing that looks like a skull. I will try to show you at least some of the time where I'm going. I'm gonna go here for now. There's another place here that I could go to, but I'm gonna go this way for the moment. Sometimes it gives you loads of hearts when you don't need them, and sometimes you do need them and then it doesn't give you any. Actually, you'll see a good demonstration in a minute of one of those times where you don't need any. Where you do need some and it won't give you any. That could be a small key, it's as big as Link. So, this guy isn't super easy, but I suppose he's a tad easier than some of the others. He does this, as you can see, very annoying. I suspect I'm going to die in a minute, but I'll carry on as long as possible. And once I've carried on and shown you for a bit what you have to do, I will discontinue showing you and just skip ahead until I eventually manage to beat him. So obviously, stay out of his way when he's doing that. At least some of the time you can predict where he's going. Don't worry, there are other points coming up in the future where we will need hearts, and we won't. The game won't give us them. And don't forget as well that I had practice with that. So yeah, you need to get that ball that is part of it. And I'm not really sure why I did that. You need to get that ball and just hit it in a very sort of ordinary way. And if I remember, we need to go to the left first, because there's something that we need to do. Okay, this room here is quite tricky. Basically, you need to avoid the things that look a bit like the sun with a face. So yeah, I do think that mini-boss is a little easier actually. You don't have to kill all of the enemies here. Just kill the ones that are sort of an immediate threat. And the fact that I've done this before does help. That thing will just shoot you if it's looking in your direction, so avoid that. Okay, these things are quite awkward as well. You can pull them towards you using the graviton glove, but they will, if they touch you, they will hit you. So just use it when it's physically impossible to reach them. You'll see what I mean in a second, but it's quite hard for me to describe what you have to do whilst concentrating on doing it at the same time, so I'm going to have to shut up for a second. I was never very good at avoiding enemy blasts. So yeah, sometimes they end up in the black corners of the room, and when they do that, you might need to bring them closer to you. And they also switch between positive and negative. That's why the colour keeps on changing. And see, now I can do with more hearts, and I'm not going to get them. Alright, there's no way to get through that wall of fire, which I would have had to get through if I'd gone to the left before, without going here first. That's help quite a lot. I think it's out of range now, but hopefully that will mean it's in range from the other side, and now I need to make my way back without dying, so I will see you in a minute. I'm gonna see if I can get some lives here. The trouble is, once one of these sun things gets in that position, it is gonna hurt you if you're stuck there. But I have ended up with slightly more hearts than I started with, so that's useful. I really do advocate destroying as many pots as you can. I think this side is slightly easier, and see, now we can reach that up there. And now this ball is in the right position. Only problem I can see, this is really clever, actually. This is a really clever trap. I like this. Really clever puzzle. On the one hand, it's quite easy, but on the other hand, I just find it clever and quite cool, actually. That what you have to do is use this ball as a shield. I am gonna send it over there, so it will be useful for me later if I have to do this again. I doubt I will, but you never know. Oh, I see. And this brings us to a part of the game I haven't been to before. So from now on, I'm sort of guessing. And apparently, and I'll just stop that from happening, you need to sort of run up on it like it's a treadmill. And suddenly part of the wall has disappeared, and I am mysteriously floating in the air, but only for the duration of the game commenting on the key I've got. Okay, this is not going to be easy. Aha. Okay, well that was not easy, but it's done. Moving too quickly or there, or what? Gonna have to find some more lives. Yeah, I thought it needed a key. I'm not really sure where to go now. Okay, well, there is one obvious place to go. There was only one place that has something that we haven't gotten yet and haven't been to with a crate. So obviously, I'm gonna have to go back and get it. Yep, it's over there. And I didn't know that was on the other side of the screen, or I would have done that earlier. Well, that was simple enough. This is another thing I like about this dungeon. It's not one of those multi-floored, really complex dungeons. Its map is actually pretty simple. I mean, there is one underground area, but once you get past the final boss, it just transfers you to here, and a lot of the stuff you need to get is not stuff where you need to backtrack. So this is really the only time in this dungeon so far that I've had to backtrack. So maybe my liking it is all down to it being easy, and that's it. I suppose you could say that. Although still, I do think it's actually quite cool. This might well be quite hard though. Still, this and the boss, and then I'm done. I think this is just going to be a matter of timing. I'm going to try to save as many lives as I can. As many of my lives, that is, because I don't want to face the boss with just 3 lives. I see. Well, that would have worked if I'd had feather. I suggest getting rid of as many of these bats as possible before you do anything else. They are going to be a pain. Aha. I am not doing well on the saving as many lives as possible thing. Now these bats probably think they can destroy me right now, but I'm not going to let them. Okay, I'm disappointed that that's not a unicorn, but never mind. I am going to end the episode there on this this exciting moment. I will see you next time.